Okay, morning everyone. We're going to start standing up. So if you make sure you've got good purchase with your feet, we're going to close our eyes and see if we can work on the proprioception a little bit. So close your eyes gently, just relax your body, get the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in and out through the nose. Remember, in our yogic breath, we focus on our nose breathing. So we try to calm the breath, we try to warm the breath as it enters and exits the body. So just lift up your toes, spread them and replace them one by one, starting with the baby toe. And then once your toes are down, then you can gently come up onto your tippy toes. See if you can create a bit of a calf raise, working on that balance. When your eyes are closed, it's obviously a lot more tricky. So if you can close your eyes and then coming back down, then just lifting the toes up, spreading them and replacing them. And then one more time up onto the calves, stretch. So lifting up, much harder when your eyes are closed. And then coming back down, very nice. Okay, so today we've got straps. Straps are a really nice prop you can use to help with your stretching. It just lets you focus on the muscle and less on the extension. So if you take your strap at a good distance, so a little bit wider than your shoulder distance, and then make sure we always have good purchase with the feet. Try and activate your whole body from the ground up. So feet, quads, pull the knees up, keep the tummy nice and tight. And then you're going to inhale, so use the breath as you move. And then exhale, see, maybe you need to widen it a little bit, it's up to you and your shoulder mobility, and then come all the way back down as you exhale. Remember, we're trying to breathe with the nose, so inhale, coming up, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And then inhale up and exhale down. I can see some nice faces, so that means our shoulders are quite tight. Okay, so then from there we're going to work on our balance a little bit today and our hamstrings. So if you take your strap around your right foot, make sure you've got good stance with your left foot. Toes are nice and spread, so the bigger surface area that's touching the ground, obviously the easier it is to balance. And then see if you can take this around your right foot. Okay, so you've got the strap in both hands. Have it in equal distance apart so you don't have it a little bit wonky, otherwise you'll struggle. Okay, and then you're going to inhale, lift that knee up, keep everything nice and tight, and then exhale as you take that leg out. This will be easier for some and more tricky, and it might be difficult and different from one side to the other. So focus on your breath. Inhale, every exhale maybe you can lift it a little bit higher. Just go small movements. So we're working on hamstrings, and I was thinking throughout the year you can maybe give me a bit of an idea of what you'd like to focus on, and then I can bring it into each session. So maybe your left leg is starting to burn, maybe you're struggling with the balance, just come back into it, it's no problem. Last exhale, a little bit higher to your maximum. So make the strap as long as you need to so that you can try and have a straight leg. So maybe you're down here and that's completely fine. The idea is to improve over time. And then you can release it down. And then of course we have to do both sides. So standing on your right leg, take your strap around your left leg. Make sure your right leg is nicely balanced before you start to lift. So inhale, lifting that left leg up. And then as you exhale, straighten it out. Maybe you need to lengthen your strap. Aim for a straight leg on the standing and a straight leg on the lifted. Inhale, exhale, lifting it a little bit higher. Nice. If this is easy, you can walk your hands closer to your feet. Inhale, exhale, a little bit higher. Just come back into it if you fall out. And then your last one, exhale to your maximum. And then you can release it down. Very nice, well done. Okay, So you can put your strap down for now. We'll bring it in again on the mat work. So standing nice and firmly, have your big toes together and your heels together. Take your shoulders away. Pulling up at the knees. Keep the stomach nice and tight. Extend into the fingertips. And then we're going to inhale, take it up. Join palm to palm. Really try and reach back. Maybe you want to incorporate a little bit of a back bend. Just take it as far as your body wants to allow you. And then as you exhale, you're going to take your arms apart and go straight down, keeping the legs straight, hinging at the hips. Take hands to wherever you can reach. And then release tension in the head, so you're not looking up. If you can, try and release the crown of the head down towards the mat. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to raise all the way up. So let's inhale. Taking the hands together. Introduce your back bend. Smile. And exhale as you bend at the hips, coming forward. We're going to do 3 of these, so we have 1 more left. Let's inhale up. Use the breath in your movements. And then exhale, coming back down. Have a moment here. Maybe you want to separate your feet a little bit so that they're hip distance. And just hang. So you're releasing all that tension in the top half of the body. And you're just hanging. So maybe you want to sway from side to side. Release the tension in the head. Perfect. Very nice. And then you can inhale to the horizontal, which is here. Nice. And then activate the glutes and inhale as you come all the way back up. Cool. So 1 more balance. Standing on your left leg, we're going to do our tree pose. Take your right foot up, make sure your left foot is nicely balanced, exactly like we did before, and then take that left hand into the hip. If it's easier for you to take your arm out for balance, that's fine, and you're going to bring that right foot as high up as you can. If you can't bring it high, then keep it below the knee, just not on top of the knee, because we don't want to put pressure on the knee. Okay, so if you are happy here and you want to take it further, take both arms to the sides. Think about all those muscles that are active and engaged. This right knee is moving towards the back. So for you, moving towards the sea. Okay, relax the shoulders. Inhale, take the arms up. And then once you're ready and comfortable, you can then take the hands to your heart center. Inhale, exhale. Remember your breath. And then you can inhale, taking arms up. And then I want you to feel as if you're going to push the energy away from you as you release those arms down, really extend them. And then you can gracefully release that foot. Okay, so to the other side. So standing on your right leg, you're going to make sure you're nice and straight and strong. It's the tree pose, so you should feel nice and rooted. Bringing up that left foot. Again, see if you get it above the knee or below the knee, just not on top of the knee. Okay, so once you find your balance, you can take the arms out to the side. Yes, of course. Yeah, if you're struggling to balance, you can keep it below the calf, might be easier because you're still getting that extension. Okay, so that left knee is moving backwards. If you start to activate your right leg, you might even feel a little bit more wobbly, but it's... And then inhale, taking the arms up. Joining palm to palm. Extend up first. Think about it, if you're a tree, you would be going up towards the sun. And then exhale, bringing the hands down to heart center. Just that little bit of movement can also cause a bit of a wobble, so it's about staying focused and present. And we're going to inhale back up, turn the palms and push the air away from you as you release the foot. Very nice, well done. Okay, everyone's favorite one is the deep squat called Malasana. So take your feet wide, toes are out and the heels are in. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to squat down. Take it as low as you can. Maybe you need to adjust the distance between your feet. You can bring your elbows into your knees to help open up that hip space, and then you can bring the hands into Namaste if that's comfortable for you. So take it as deep as you would like. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Maybe it's been a while since we've done this. Wow, Christmas break. Remember your breath. So inhale, exhale. Take the breath into those tight areas. Very nice. Well done. Okay, then you can release the hands down and then just bring your knees gently onto the mat. You can turn to face me, it might be a bit easier. I'll just show you what we're going to do. So if you're coming up onto your knees, you're going to tuck your toes in, see how much you can spread them before you tuck them, and then you're sitting down on them in a lovely toe stretch. So this is really important for if you wear a lot of shoes that are closed. It really compresses those feet down, so having them extended up is quite helpful. So if it's really, really difficult, lean forward. If it's easy, you can stay sitting like this, and eventually you'll start to feel quite a nice stretch. Well, I say it's a nice stretch, maybe it's not so nice. So remember to use your breath. Focus. We can do hard things, I promise. You guys do hard things all the time. Breathe. Okay, and then you can untuck them and then just sit back down onto them. Just have a moment here. Maybe you want to bring a bit of movement. Maybe you want to give a little bit of a massage to it, depending on how difficult that is for you. Okay, so from here we're going to come onto hands and knees. So this is called the tabletop position, or all fours as you might know it. So make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and try and have your knees hip distance apart. So if you have a look back, you can see how wide they are from each other. Okay, so we're going to do some cat and cow. So when you inhale, you're going to be arching the back and looking up towards the sky, and the chin is going up. When you exhale, you're going to first tuck the pelvis and then start to draw everything in, and then at the very end your chin is going towards your chest. So really press those hands into the mat. Inhale, lifting up as you look up towards the sky. Press the hands into the mat so you can feel it in your shoulders. Keep the tummy tight. Exhale as you round that spine up to the sky. Exhale, and then inhale. Exhale, rounding up to the sky. Press the hands into the mat. Inhale, arching the back and looking up. And then exhale for your last one, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, and then coming back to your neutral. So from here we're going to go into our down dog. So you either move your hands one hand space ahead, or you can move your knees back. It's up to you what's comfortable. You're going to tuck in the toes and you're going to press into a down dog. So the idea is to create a capital A with your body. So the chest is moving towards the thighs. You're working the heels down towards the mat, but that's a little bit less important than getting the chest through. So maybe you want to inhale, lift the bum a little bit higher to the sky and push that chest a little bit further through. So you want to create that lift and then send it through. From here, you're going to lift up that right leg. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring it through to the outside of your right foot. Okay. Then you can come down onto that knee of that left leg. If you want to untuck the toes, you're welcome to. If you want to keep it tucked, it's up to you, and it depends on your knee, how comfortable it is to be flat. Okay, so we're lunging forward. So we're going to stay in this position just for a moment. Feel that right hip moving forward and the left hip is moving back so that your hips are level. You don't want to have that or that overextension on either side. So inhale, exhale, inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to walk it back into a half split. So take your hands to either side, tuck your toes if that's comfortable, and then straighten out that right leg. Maybe you need to retract in the groin so that the hips stay even. If this is easy for you, you can walk the hands forward and bring the stomach towards the thigh. If you want to stay here, you're still getting a good enough workout. Inhale, exhale. On our next breath, we're going to walk back into the lunge. So exhale as you come forward, lunging in, and then one more split, so we walk back on the exhale. It's up to you how you want to do that back foot. And then exhale, coming back into your lunge. From here, leave your left hand on the mat and lift that right hand up towards the sky. You're twisting in the abdominals. Twist as deep as you can. Inhale, exhale, reach up to the sky with that hand. And if you're comfortable in your neck, you can turn and look up to that top hand. Feel that extension from the hand on the ground all the way to the hand up in the sky. And then when you exhale, you can release it down. From here, you're going to push back into down dog and we'll come into the other side. So lifting up, pressing into down dog. And then you're going to lift that left leg up to the sky. Bring it through, place it on the outside of that left hand, and then you're going to come down onto that knee. Again, up to you if you want to tuck or untuck. Just feel that lunge for a moment. So now your left hip is moving back and your right hip is moving forward. Make sure that you're squeezing the glutes so that everything stays active and the hips are protected. Inhale, exhale. And then on your next exhale, you can walk yourself back into your half split. Again, if you want to take it further, the hands can go forward and the stomach towards the thigh. Maybe one side is easier than the other, but it's a really good hamstring stretch. Inhale, exhale as you walk it forward back into the lunge. Breathe, inhale, and then exhale, walking it back. Very nice. And then exhale, walking it back. And then you can take yourself from here back into down dog. So tuck, bringing up that knee, stepping back, and into your down dog. The down dog is one of the best full body stretches you can be doing. So just remember that. And then from here, you're going to look towards your hands and see if you can jump in between your hands. So I'll show you if you want to see. As gracefully as possible. And then you can sit back down onto your bum, straighten out the legs. Okay. Have your strap handy. Okay, so as we always say in yoga, remove the trapped flesh so that you're sitting on the sit bones. That will help with your extension. So we want to activate the feet, activate pulling up at the knees, shoulders are away, back is nice and straight, and you take your strap. Okay, so have it also again equally. Maybe you want to inhale, lift those arms up. Keep the feet active, exhale as you move forward. So it's just movement in your hips that's taking you forward. Take the strap around your feet. Make sure that your hands are now even. So you don't want one here and one back. So they must be nice and even. So now inhale, take the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe, use your breath on this. This is called Paschimottanasana, or the great stretch of the entire body. Inhale, exhale. Maybe you want to bring yourself closer towards your feet. If this is too much for you, stay upright and rather use your strap. So I'd rather you have this than you have this. Okay, no. So shoulders away, nice and straight. If you're comfortable, you can widen the elbows, but the stomach is coming down first and then the chin beyond the knees. Inhale, exhale. Maybe on every exhale you want to walk your hands a little bit further. Maybe you want to stay there. Inhale, exhale. Remember your breath. So this is a stretch from the back of your toe all the way around the back of your body to the back of the head. Very good for hamstring stretching, good for feet activation. Inhale, reactivate the legs. Inhale, and then as you exhale you can release the strap. You can come down onto your back. Just have your strap nearby because we'll use it again just now. So you're going to do a reclined figure 4. So it will look like this. You're going to come down, you're going to take your knee, ankle onto your knee, you're going to take your hand through the window and you're going to pull it towards yourself. It's up to you how deep you take the stretch. This will stretch your glutes. Make sure that both feet are active, so you're extending into your feet. If you can, take hold of the shin. That's good. Inhale, exhale. Maybe you want to bring it a little bit closer. Remember, the longer we hold the stretches, the more beneficial they are. If you're doing a mobility routine before your run, then a little bit of movement is better in your stretch. Inhale, and then you can exhale, releasing that leg, and then to the other side. So whichever leg you didn't do, you're going to take that opposite leg onto the opposite knee, take the hands through, and then as you exhale, you're going to pull that leg towards yourself. Remember to use your breath. Very nice. You can inhale, and then as you exhale you can release it down. We're going to go from here into windshield wipers. So that's on your back. Take your arms to the side, bring your knees up so that you have a 90-degree angle, and then inhale, exhale, you're going to take the legs to the left together, keep them glued together, and then you're going to look over your right hand if you can. Nice, very nice. Remember to keep the feet active so they're extended. There's no floppy parts. Try to keep both shoulders down if you can. And then on your next inhale, you can come back to center, and of course to the other side. So taking the knees to the right, looking over the left, keeping the shoulders down. You've got to keep your abdominals tight. And then you can inhale back to center, and then just take a hold of your strap. Okay, so we're going to start lying down. I'll show you quickly, otherwise when you're lying down then you can't see. So we'll start lifting the right leg up, strap is around the foot, and you evenly distance. Inhale, exhale, we're going to do some coming straight. Then after that we're going to switch to the right hand, take it out to the right, and after that we'll take it to the left. Okay, so let's start by left leg is straight. Your foot is active, your leg is active, and the strap is around the right foot. Bring it down so that you're comfortable, because the stretch is happening in the hamstring. Okay, so the head is down. Inhale, exhale, widen the elbows, and bring that foot closer towards the face. We want a straight leg, so if that means that you stay here, that's fine. Don't try and overdo it and bend the knee, so one straight leg. So inhale, every exhale, bring it a little bit closer to your face. Don't forget to smile. Inhale, exhale a little bit closer. Reactivate that straight leg. Keep the foot active. Inhale, exhale. And then take it to your maximum, wherever that is. And you might be changing only a millimeter at a time, and that's perfectly fine. Remember, growth is growth, no matter how small. Okay, then you're going to take the strap, both straps into your right hand. Your left hand is going onto your left hip. And you're going to inhale, exhale, give yourself some room. Take that straight leg out to the right. Hold it. Try not to go onto the ground. Okay, activate the leg so that the muscle is nice and tight. So this is going to open up your hips, stretch the groin.
I never said that.
Keep the tummy nice and tight. And then you're going to inhale to the center, bring it up. Take it with your left hand, and the right hand is going out to the side for support and stability. And then you're going to bring it over as much as you can. So if you start to feel this is difficult, this is your sciatic nerve. So if you struggle with that, this is one of the best stretches you can do to release it. Make sure that other straight leg on the ground is still straight. Nice. And then you can inhale up and release it down. Maybe if you can, grab your foot, see how close you can bring it. So it's a nice release after doing that stretch. And then you can release it down and then to the other side. So that right leg is straight and strong on the mat, and the strap is going around that left foot. Head is down. Inhale, exhale, taking that leg as straight as you can. Inhale, exhale a little bit further. You don't want to go home unbalanced, so make sure you give it the same amount of effort. Inhale, exhale. And then you'll go to your maximum on your next exhale. And then you can take the straps with your left hand. Your right hand is going on your right hip. Inhale, exhale, take that strap, take the leg out to your left. So this might be really easy compared to the other side, or maybe it's more difficult. Remember to keep everything active. Breathe in and out. This seems a lot easier for everyone on this side. And you can inhale to your center, taking the strap into your right hand. Left arm is going out to the side. And then exhale as you take that foot over. Reactivate that straight leg on the mat. Inhale, exhale.
Yeah. She's gonna stay to Feb now on this side. She's gonna go to the forward party in Thailand.
And then you can inhale back to center. Bend that leg out, the knee out to the side. See if you can just bring your foot as close as you can. Maybe this is something you can work on, so by the end of the year you can touch your nose, or you can put it behind your head, and then you can release it down. Just give me a few rocks here on your back. So you just massaging the lower back, and then on your fifth rock you can come to seated. That's fun. Okay, very nice. Cool, so we've made it to the end of the stretchiness. Now's the time for the breath work. So just make sure that you're sitting comfortably. Whatever that looks like to you is completely up to you. Just make sure that you're not holding tension in your shoulders. Relax them away from the ears. You can take your hands to the tops of your knees, or you can have them down, it's up to you. This is our receiving hand gesture. And then you can gently close the eyes. Try to make sure that your chin is parallel to the floor so you're not looking down and constricting. And we're just going to close the eyes. Just become aware of where your body is in contact with the mat. We're going to breathe in and out through the nose. Start to quiet your breath. Quiet the mind. in and out through the nose. We're going to do some guided breathing. You can participate or you can breathe at your own pace. We're just going to start by exhaling through the nose, emptying out the lungs. And then inhale, slow and steady. Fill the lungs all the way to the top. And then exhale, slow and steady. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then last one, inhale to your maximum. And then you can sigh out as you exhale. And you can gently blink open the eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for making the time for yourself. Namaste.